Gastlecast. I'm Chris.
I'm Heather.
On this episode, we're going to talk about this Jesus Christ Joy Pop. Can they even make this thing? Is this legal? We're going to get into all of that and more. I printed out a lot of legal documentation, but I don't know anything because I'm not a lawyer. But we're going to read the fine print. We're going to talk about it, and we're going to make our determination. Is this even legal? But first, remember to go and hit that subscribe button and that little bell. That way you'll know anytime we go live or post new content like this. So I went on Google, I typed in Funko trademarks, and I wanted to see what I would come up with. And I came up with a lot. There were trademarks for Dorbs and Mystery Minis and everything else, but for this video specifically, I wanted to focus on Pops.
Because no one's faking Dorbs.
So this is the Pop in question. They released this Jesus Christ Joy Pop on Amazon, and people were wondering, what the heck is this all about? Joysrus is a take on...
Toys R Us?
Huh?
I think that part's illegal, too.
It sounds like it. It's www.joysrus.co. I went to type in .com, and it wouldn't come up. It was giving me like a denied page thing. And I was like, what? And I had to look at the box again. It's .co. They couldn't even add the M. They're too cheap. There are more characters coming down the road. There's a Noah and so on and so forth. So they're making more Bible characters. But is this legal? Are they allowed to do this? We're going to read the legal jargon that I found on Justia, Justia. That's the webpage where all the trademarks are located. What's interesting is that they both do have a little bubble here.
However, it is not the same kind of a bubble.
No, it's not.
This is more of a thought bubble without the little... dots coming down, and this is like a talk bubble.
Agreed. But listen to this. Thought or speech clouds, either empty or with wording and or punctuation, flatten packages and cartons.
Yeah, well, this technically doesn't have a thought cloud.
That's a thought cloud, don't you think?
It might just be a cloud from the sky.
And so that's how they're getting around it, you think? Is that possible?
That's my guess. I do want to mention that this Jesus Pop is slightly taller and comes out slightly further than...
Oh my goodness, it does.
A pop box.
Oh my goodness, it does, Heather. I didn't even notice that at first glance. Can you side-by-side comparison show how far it is sticking out?
Not very much.
Not very much at all.
I mean,
but
very minimal
that's enough
right there.
to get away with it, possibly. It says it consists of a three-dimensional configuration of a full-length figure featuring an oversized head. Let's take this guy out of the box.
That's different.
The insert's different. The insert is different. Oversized head. Okay. Wide-spaced eyes. They're wide-spaced, just like any other character. And proportionally shortened and narrowed body. So it has a big head like a bobblehead, right? But a body that is smaller. One thing I've noticed is that there is no bobble on this.
Right.
Okay,
but there's not bobbles on every pop.
Very good, Heather. Yes, I was going to say that. So they don't all bobble. So this is similar to some of the other pops that we've seen before, right? His body and head don't look too drastic like we do in some of the other pops.
But on the same hand, not all pops have a ridiculously oversized head. I've never seen a person walk around with a head that's that much larger than their body.
Funko actually has a trademark on a female and male character.
Interesting.
And they both say exactly the same thing as far as the way that it would look, with the wide eyes and all that stuff, okay? This says it consists of a stylized wording of pop with a conversation bubble around the text. So there's obviously not a speech thing happening here. Right. There's no little spike coming out of it like on the pop. It is like a cloud, right? Maybe a cloud from heaven.
Oh. Isn't heaven above clouds?
Good job. Yes, but if it's always depicted in clouds. It also says Joy Pop. It does not just say pop. This says pop with a conversation bubble around the text.
But I would imagine if they had pop with a conversation bubble, it would be an issue.
Another thing about these boxes that are very similar, it says the company name here and here, and it has the website associated with it. The back of the boxes are very similar. Obviously, this is numbered. The Jesus is numbered like all the other pops. Look at the windows. The bottoms are very similar as well. I mean, they did pretty much everything that Funko does. Now, this is a long piece of information. It's going to be long-winded, and we can talk about it once I read it.
Do you want me to read it? Because you don't know how to read very good.
Okay, go ahead.
No, you can. I want to see you.
The mark consists of a three-dimensional configuration of a product package featuring a rectangular box that is opaque on 4 sides. Top, bottom, back, and left panel. So they're both the same like that, right? Mm-hmm. And partially transparent on 2 sides, front and right panels, which meet at a transparent corner on the front right side of the package. The front panel consists of a large transparent rectangle with a partially curved left side and partially curved top side, bordered by opaque panels above, to the left, and below the transparent portion of the front panel. Did you follow all that?
No. Continue.
A cartoon bubble with POP written inside appears on the left-hand corner, and a small circle appears in the top right-hand corner.
Left-hand corner, right-hand corner.
A 2-dimensional character with an oversized head and wide-spaced eye, it doesn't say eyes, it says eye, is featured in the it would be an eye, right? Yeah, because this is one eye. Okay, so it's consistent. Wide-spaced eye is featured in the bottom left-hand corner. The top panel features a rectangle containing a cartoon bubble with POP written inside in the top right-hand corner. The left panel features a rectangle containing a cartoon bubble with POP written inside in the top center and a circle in the bottom center. The right panel features a transparent rectangle bordered by opaque sides on the top right and bottom of the transparent rectangle. In this statement, there is no size requirement.
Interesting.
So they're not saying that this Funko box would have to be a certain size. This company making it a little bit taller and having it where it comes out a little bit further, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a legal guy. I was just talking about this in layman's terms because it was something on my mind. I don't know if that's enough to get past all this legal jargon.
But this not being a speech bubble or a thought bubble might.
That's one portion of it. But the box is consistent with what Funko is doing and how they stated it here. They're following exactly the same pattern. However, they're not using the trademarked logos. Right. And I think that's where Funko would have to totally go after them if they're using the POP trademark thought bubble. But with the box size and the dimensions and the way that it looks, I don't know how far they can go with that.
Yeah, I don't know either, because there are a lot of collectibles that do resemble other packages.
Absolutely. I think that they have found a way to get around all the legalities.
Either that or they haven't been caught yet.
I can see these types of things being sold in like those little Christian like bookshops and like toy stores for children. I can see them showing up there, and I don't think it's a bad thing either. I'm not saying what they're doing is bad, but is it legal? And is Funko going to go after a company that is literally called Joy?
Yeah, I don't know.
Joy Pop? Are they going to go after them? And they're making Jesus figures. We need to shut them down right away. I don't know if that's going to happen.
Yeah, that might not be so good. A very good publicity move.
I don't think so either. But the fact that they're using the word pop is what really gets me. That is probably the most damning evidence that we have here. There is no exclamation point on the back of this. And the trademarks, pop exclamation point. That is the trademark. So that's how maybe they're able to use the word pop.
Maybe.
That is all I have.
Well, I think Funko and Toys R Us both need to go after them.
You think both Toys R Us and Funko should hunt down Jesus? Oh my God, Heather, you're gonna land yourself in a lot of hot water by doing that.
You cannot tell me that they're not trying to copy off Toys R Us. Joys R Us and a similar font. Get out of here.
What do you think about this Jesus Pop? Do you have one yourself? We would love to know all of that and more in the comments section down below. Guys, remember as always, we hunt together, yes! We'll catch you next time!
Bye!